All right, so we'll see what these factions do. It is a 3 cache destruction objective with some custom building up in the town of Chernogorsk. Opfor is starting in 3 different locations. Ah, I see. The kits are naked. Yes, I can see how that would create quite the issue here. But otherwise, let's go ahead and have a look at our mission settings here. So this mission made by Kud times Saddam. He makes some pretty good stuff. Otherwise, background is comrades, Western spies have penetrated our glorious pact, impenetrable Iron Curtain, and are infecting the thoughts of our former Hungarian comrades with the lies of capitalism. They have taken up arms and abandoned the teachings of Marx and Lenin for genes and reality television. That hits really hard, actually. This is very revisionist. An example must be made. Area of operations, the Hungarians are uprising. The Soviets are tasked with entering the city, destroying the Hungarian weapon caches, and scattering the rebels. Interesting. All right, so it's 3 cache fights. If one cache is still alive, admins might trigger overtime. Most matches haven't really been going for the full 50 minutes, though, which is really nice because there was a phase for a while where a lot of missions were going for the full 50 minutes, and it was really taxing on everyone involved because it's literally at that point like 3.5 to 4 hours. But with some of the rounds ending at like the halfway point, that frees up about like an hour to 2 hours. So sometimes this can go really quick, which is nice. I like the briefer missions because it's a lot of action compacted into everything. But otherwise, back to the mission. Maximum view distance is 1 kilometer. No magnified optics nor NVG equipment. Defender points is 125, which is the standard mat. For both sides, it's going to be 2 AT rockets and 1 HE. Nice. Blue 4. So let's go ahead and look over at Blue 4 here. I'm going to do the full side of each group. So I'll also go over their player base here, and then we'll look at AOs. Ah, the battle eye. I love it. Blue 4 here is Communist Militia Random. And their loadouts are SKSs. Holy shit, this is what Maz was talking about. We're going to have dirt poor rifles with SKSs versus Soviets with AK-74s. Oh, this is going to be freaking glorious. So it's going to basically be AKSs versus AK-74s. My god. Maybe some people will take SKSs because 39 in a marksman fashion could be okay, but double PKM for the support weapons, so both the auto rifleman and the machine gunners get medium machine guns. Light anti-tank's going to be an RPG-26. Mosin Nagant for the sniper, and an AKS or an AS Val. The AKS is 45 round banana mags, the AS Val is 20 round 9x39. But for the 2 scout shooters, which we actually need to check. Okay, there is an X-ray team on this side, cool. And then crew and aviation get a choice of PPSH or an AKS. Weaponry, or excuse me, vehicle-wise, they get 2 ambulance Vics and 2 miniature pods for Dishkas, which have 250 rounds total. Interesting. Looking over at our Opfor breakup, it's Mountain excuse me, we're looking at Blue 4 right now. So it's Despo commanding here. His name's Depso. I call him Despo because I call him Mr. Despacito. But that's besides the point. They also get AK-74s with some sort of GP-25 system on it, and that seems to be on the leaders. Otherwise, he's commanding Whiplash, leading X-Ray, Lolo as the group's medic, Nemesis taking the sniper, and Flying Finn being the 2 IC. It looks like they're actually not going to go with any suppressed shooters. Interesting. Captain Dreek taking Alpha HQ's lead. Anderson, head honcho of the NA branch, leading Alpha 1 with Wheaton, Banks, Martin, Patriot, Nutty Person, and Maz. Under him, Bridge is leading Alpha 2 with Cool Breeze, Fist, Arcor, Cosmonaut, Warwick, and Subangler. Artisan leading Bravo HQ with Chadwick Bosman and Jack. Under him, Bravo 1 has Bayant leading Iander with an AT weapon. That's what I like to see. Chow and Dooley. For those who don't know Iander, he is, honest to God, like the best AT player I've ever fucking seen across everything. He could make any shot I've ever made on my YouTube channel, and he could make it easily. That's how good this man is. Lurch is leading Charlie HQ. It looks like they've merged all of Charlie, so you got Steve, Waldo, Ace, Mito, Sanders, Lennox, Morgan, Sam Hanwich, and Aussie Wookie under him. The Naders is alone in Bravo 2, probably to merge with the rest of the Bravo elements over here. But otherwise, that is it for that group. Let's go ahead and look back at Opfor so we can break them down. Opfor is going to be... I also just realized I missed the marksman kits. Ah, cool. We have a breakdown here. So let me break this down for all their kits for the Soviet Army guys. Platoon lead, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman assistant, grenadier, grenadier IR, which have hunt IR rounds. They're little 40mm grenades you fire in the air, turn into cameras, gives you a bird's eye view. They have normal vision and night vision. Really nice feature. Machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, who has the choice of tripwire flares and tripwire mines, or AT mines, or explosive satchels, or explosive charges, which they get more of compared to the satchel, but it's a smaller explosion. I would go for the explosive satchels every time personally because big boom, and you get a lot of options with it. Light anti-tank, medium anti-tank 1 and 2 and their assistants respectively. Recon infantry stout with the suppressed weapons scout, Designated marksman, which for Opfor that appears to be some sort of SVD platform. Again, I'll check the blue fours in a second, but I imagine it's something similar. You got the sniper, who also is going to have a Mosin Nagant with a rail on it. Crew lead, crewman, pilot, medics, and the base kit. Loadouts, it's going to be AK-74s with the carbine variant as well, and then AK-74s with the GP-25 system for the grenadiers, RPKs and PKPs for the support weaponry, and RPG-26 single-shot disposable AT launcher for the light anti-tank, Mosin Nagant railed version for the sniper, and then choice of the AKS or ASVAL for these guys. Oh my god. Crew and aviation, toughest job here, and they have MTLB, so they are going to have this choice to make. 2 weeks in a row we've seen this, baby. Crew and aviation get the choice of either taking an AKS-74 UN or an AKS-74 UN. You know what this means, folks. It's time for a really tough breakdown here. So, this is a very open map around Chernarus. Opfor is going to be assaulting everywhere around Chernarus to move in. So, there's a lot of open areas. So, for those open areas, I would honestly say the AKS would be a really, really good weapon, specifically the 74 UN variant. But, guys, Chernarus, it's also a very, in the town of Chernogorsk at least. Did I say that right? Yeah. It's very CQC. It can be very close quarters here. So, if Opfor is able to close the distance, they might actually prefer taking the AKS-74 UN, all right? It's a really tough call. It really is going to play on the plan of whoever command is, which we'll get to in a second, but I don't know. It can really be anyone's game. It just depends how defensive Blue 4 is, where they're defensive. But you wouldn't want to be caught in an AKS-74 UN situation with an AKS-74 UN, all right? You'd want to be making sure you brought the right weapon for this. So it's a risk, but I think they'd be able to pull it off properly. I know Terror right there, he's arguing with me in the chat. I agree. Like, it's a tough call, though, all right? The AKS-74 UN would be a toughie. But either way, let's go ahead and get back in it. Loadout-wise, they get 2 MTLB PKTs, 2 transport BRDMs, 8 Pragas, and 3 UAZs. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't understand that joke, I make it every fucking time because it's the illusion of choice, and that's the only thing I have. All right? Please don't take it away from me. Looking over, Mountain is going to be commanding, Shy is going to be the 2IC, Azuki leading X-Ray, Puma being the group's medic, and look at that, he's going with the AKS. Anyway, Tender Baner being the sniper, Wise being the 2IC for the group, Hinovar taking the suppressed AKS with the 45-round mags, Holton doing the same thing. Nielsen going to be leading Alpha HQ, Gordon as a vehicle crewman there, Nielsen leading Alpha 1 with Wells, Drake, Bates, Norris, and Kevin under him, Zandu from Ranted leading the Ranted group of Odrar, Borger, Taki, Serinin, and Bonnie under them. Shrike leading Bravo 2. Looks like he's merged everyone under Bravo into Bravo 2. So he's got Cake, Patrick, Guardian Zen, Rinter, Fred, Baza, Mitten, Pierce, Kale, Alexander, and XD you got Pete commanding Delta HQ. They've got a team of crewmen ready to go. Look at that, guys. Really interesting here. You see Pro Hunter going with the AKS, but Soloman is going for the AKS. So that's a really great way to diversify your assets. Because you got to remember, when you're in a vehicle crew, you have multiple people in that vehicle crew. So you can really diversify your weapons. So I really like seeing what they've done there. Otherwise, Arcane leading Delta 1 with Ash, Blam, and Muniz. Under him, Vito leading Delta 2 with Volta, Big Purple, Green Shade, and Cosmos. I wonder if Purple and Green ever fight. Anyway, that is it for our roster breakdown and unit breakdown. Let me go ahead and quickly look back over on Blue 4. Now, marksmen are only on Alpha and Charlie. So if I were to click down here, we will eventually find it is the Dragonov SVD. So Russian 1 is a little more modern. The one that Martin has is from 3CV Factions, whereas the one that Opfor has is from RHS. But both are 10 round 7.62 by 54R marksman rifles with the same exact scope utilization. So otherwise, that should be good. It's mostly a mirror match with the exception of the SKSs on Blue 4. But I'd imagine most of them are going to go for the AKS choice instead. Otherwise, looking at our AOs, I've seen this little maze used before, but then again, Pierce might have built his, excuse me, not Pierce, Saddam made this mission. He might have built his own little section. But otherwise, we have that location there. We have another cache location in the church. Really in the open there, and then the third location is just randomly put in a building, which I like because it means they're gonna have to search this in. Actually, no, it's not that big of a sector. Never mind. But there is a custom place building over here, which I think is just meant to be a ruin. So that's going to throw off the attackers because usually when you see a black shaded area in a search zone for an objective, it's supposed to be in there. But I also like how he touched up the whatchamacallit, the cemetery here, which is quite nice. So, yeah, that should be good. Again, Opfor can only see these search zones. They cannot see the actual cache location. Only Blue 4 can do that. Otherwise, Zeno, thanks for the 30-month resub. It's funny, I was actually talking about you and a few other guys the other day, because Cobalt Cat renewed his sub too. Zeno and Cobalt and Iron Lance are the three guys we occasionally see. Iron Lance less and less as the years go by, but they are like the original OG people from back in the day, back when we all started this shit back in 2016. And then the people after that would be people like Grizzly. And he's the only one I can really think of from that group. I had a few other names last time, and then the group after that are your people like What's That, Sniper Wolf, and all that stuff. So, just looking all the way back nearly 6 years ago, if not a little over. So it's just crazy how things have done. Rounds, I only covered rounds 1 and 2. By round 3, my stomach was pissy at me, so I needed to eat something. But first round went pretty quickly compared to the second, but they were both pretty dragged out, I would say. So we'll see how NA goes. But NA nearly has 100 people on. We're at 96. EU had around 80 to 86, so that should be good. But otherwise, Surrect, thanks for the 12-month resub. That gets you a Lance Corporal badge. Thank you so much for all your support, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations here, and I hope you get a nice kick out of FNF tonight. The sirens on the damn ambulance Skodas. Of course. Of course. Morbid. Truly, we will see the Razor Edge choice that will make a big difference in the end game tonight. You are damn fucking right, okay? I'm not going to do it again because some of my more core fans are even telling me to shut the fuck up, but oh, the illusion of choice. I love it. Accidentally hit the bad button there. Man. So let's go ahead and look at Opfor strategy here. There, as I was joking about the AKSs, I was actually serious about the plan. Let me hydrate real quick. Opfor's first step would be to get into the town. I don't think Blue 4 has the numbers to lock everyone out, but hey, Barb, thanks for the raid. You were playing part 3 of some sort of operation according to the title, but my fucking internet was being wonky, so I wasn't able to watch. Hope that went okay, Brett, buddy. Otherwise, Opfor is dividing into 2 segments here. It looks like most of the force is going to be coming from Belota, but they're also going to have a side force try to sneak in from the other side, which is always a good call. You never want to push everything on a single attack when you have so many different options to go in. So goal is probably going to be this team is going to get in the back line and just infiltrate in, probably go up to that hill first to do Overwatch and then make a decision to push, whereas these guys are going to probably push garrison the factory area, pop a bunch of smokes, move in. You might also see a squad move through the forested area and get into here. But based off of where they're deploying their vehicles, I doubt we'll see anything come around from the northwestern side. Or everything's going to get on this road. Actually, no. No, they're going to pull around on the northern side, because the only reason to put your vehicles there is to get on this SSR, come all the way around, and then merge onto this MSR, go through this open area, and go into this area. I think that's the safest bet, because that's the farthest Blue 4 is to reinforce. If they wanted to take this MSR, they'd be lining up to go this way, on the strip. So that's also nice because that means this group is going to be able to support this group if need be. And you're going to see forces pushing from around the direct north angle like this. And where Blue Force setting up defensive lines, this is going to create a hole in this gap. We also have Falcon joining last minute. Ooh. And we'll see how all that goes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, you got, whatchamacallit, Corona, man. Everyone I know is literally between, I want to say the month before I went to the wedding. So I want to say April to now, everyone I know is starting to have Corona at least once. And I think that's just with how infectious the new strain is. But I've also heard it's very light compared to what the other strains were. So, you know, better that and everyone's vaccinated. But then again, politics, some people don't like it when I bring that up. I just want everyone to be healthy, for fuck's sake. But, you know, global pandemics, shit happens. But I'm hoping you feel better. Gushing Carpet is pretty much fixed. I've knee-knocked it all in, and now we're just... yeah, it's done. Gave me an excuse to finally take down the green screen and iron it. I'm probably going to actually keep it packed away because there's other things I want to do because I finally have the time to build my vanity wall. Because I know it doesn't have COVID yet because you work remote. Nice. Yeah, so as I predicted, they're taking the SSR over here. They're going to come in from the north. These guys are cutting through the trail. Little risky, but we'll see if they hit anything. Yeah, because some of the trees are literally in the damn trail, so they got to go at a slower speed. And then you got, nope, Thomas, I guess, was AFK there. So, I mean, is he running for it, or what are we seeing here? Oh, yeah, he's running for it. Nice. Or, okay, it looked like he was walking for a second, but he probably was because stamina. So, I'm surprised no one went back to get him, but hey, that's fine. Wow. That is not what I predicted they would do. They're actually going to go for a far dismount. They could move in closer if they wanted to, but I think they're staying out of sight for now, maybe to wait for this other force to get into position and then push. You got Blue 4 X-Ray, they're probably going to get on these high tower areas. That'll give them the best overwatch, but we'll see what they decide to do. But again, Blue 4's defensive lines, a lot of elevated positions, a lot of varied forces around, spreading themselves out as much as they can. That's pretty smart, but we'll just have to see how everything goes. Can't wait for a squad to check notes. Dice from Arma, yeah, right? I mean, that happened in round 1 of EU. Motorcycle crash happened, and someone died. Another person got knocked out, so the admins respawned them. Fun shit. Alright, now we're just going to see. Opfor... hold on, are they going for a vehicle rush or going to deploy back here? Nope, they're going to deploy on the hilltop, or... they're going to move all the way around here and do a unified attack from the northeast, which is why the infantry deployed so far back to make sure they didn't go ahead. But I'm seeing these vehicles already coming into these areas. Now, I'm going to be honest. Rushing in blindly into the edge of the town, I think, is a mistake. They should do a dismount and at least check it out first, or set up some sort of overwatch element to then let their forces push in, because they wouldn't be able to predict where Blue 4 has moved their forces around. But look at this dismount strategy. Opfor, I'm a little worried about right now because we're seeing 3 distinct groups dismounting in 3 very different locations. This group is definitely off. They should have dismounted over here to be even with the push. So this means this force is going to push in to this angle. They'll be able to support each other, but they're going to be outgunned by eventually hitting the defensive line here. And then this force is going to be delayed, which I guess can work in the sense of Blue 4 might reinforce this line, weaken the other line, and then that force will be able to break through and sweep the objectives. But there's also... no, there's another group that just dismounted. Well, at least one of the Vics went back. It was Cholt. He grabbed the footman there. But I'm a little worried about Opfor's plan right now. Is this a mountain strat? It's a mountain strat. That's why. Mountain is really adamant. One of the main strategies he does is he will divide his forces like this and send them in to feel out weaknesses of a defensive line, especially on a compacted objective like Chernogorsk. The one issue is he always puts them a little too far out, in my opinion, so there's no way for them to properly support each other. So what you'll often have is some groups will just get defeated in detail, and then the defenders will then turn to engage the other groups and slowly kill them all. He's getting better with it, don't get me wrong. But this all just looks a little too far. This group has dismounted too far off. I'd imagine Blue 4 X-Ray is going to start getting eyes on certain troops in a second. They hear the MTLB coming, so they know. Yeah, the Kraz, as I told you guys earlier, they removed that mod and my Kraz got deleted, so shit happens. I play DayZ mainly so you guys can fuck with me, because it's kind of funny to just see how far down the rabbit hole I go and how I slowly lose my own psyche. Plus, the Radwolves and Tizzy are absolutely freaking bonkers. And if you're not careful, they'll literally spawn on you. No, I didn't get to sell it. I'm just going to let it go. In all honesty, I'll find another vehicle. Gives me another challenge, something to go for in the server until they change the maps out. But I know I could ask the admins, like, hey, like, I never got around to doing this. Can you give me the money? But I don't mind. Forge, I'm actually at Tizzy right now, but I need to go back because I burned all my ammo killing Radwolves. Well, killing is a funny term. I killed 1 out of 5. And, yeah. Yeah. It was hell. Alright, otherwise, Opfor slowly moving this force, and I started GL go off. It sounded like it was on the Opfor side, though, so that might be a Hunt IR round, so they can get, overarching angle here. Otherwise, I have no idea what got launched. Got the MTLB in the back line. So another MTLB is coming down. So Platoon stayed up there. This is Delta now joining in. No, Delta's going to go on the far right flank. They're really adamant about pushing in at these different angles. And now you got these guys going on foot without any vehicles. Maybe the stigma is because every time we do an AO in Cherno, there's always a defensive force over here overwatching a large AO. But that's not the case this time. Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like they should have drove in closer and moved in, but I get the caution. I get the caution. At the very least, though, if X-Ray decides to pin a group down, that's going to slow their movement down and force other groups to then slowly push in. These guys aren't going for a vehicle tread either. They're dismounting early on. It's... Opfor's playing this overtly cautiously, because you can hear the MTLB moving, and that's going to tell Blue 4 where they're pushing from, but... I don't know. I feel like Depso might be able to properly start defeating this force in detail if they keep so separated. No, Forge, no, I have not. Please shut up. Please shut up, sir. Don't ruin it for me. In the sense, I don't want to be told there's worse shit there. I did leave a barrel on the roof, though. That was pretty fun. Alright, so I got the... I'm going to be honest, the MTLVs are going to be useless on this map. It's too urban. There's too many places where Blue 4 can put AT on the MTLBs. And there's just not really any good Overwatch positions to cover the objectives themselves that are close enough. Because the MTLBs only have a PKT. Granted, it's 250 rounds, so once they start getting rounds on target, they can fully suppress an area. But... at the ranges they want, it's not going to have the stopping power. So X-Ray, they're really, Opfor's really lucky here that X-Ray doesn't have any AT. So, if they did, that freaking MTLB would be sniped. But now you got Opfor moving in here, and Blue 4 knows they're coming. Dude, you just, amazing. He just got run over by a truck going at 5 kilometers an hour. Welcome to Arma 3 Physics, where nothing makes sense when you really think about it. Alright, now they're going to breach the hospital. There we go. Whiplash getting killed by Cake there. Wow. That was an AK fight. Normally people at the floor below get headshotted first because the head is at an angle to cover more of the target zone. But nah, Whiplash got out PvP there, fair and square. That's nuts. Now you got Guardian shooting up at that window. I got Flying Finn shooting with the SKS here, trying to pick off Cake. You got Nem on the roof. Hey, still trying to get Guardian there. Yeah, you got Nemesis basically checking all these windows right now. He might find Mitten in a second. Headshot. I didn't even have to wait for him to fire. I knew it was going to be a damn headshot. Yeah, networking. There goes Lolo. I think Finn's over there to basically provide flanking support to this garrison at the hospital, but they are getting steamrolled. And again, this slowdown is providing time for other Opfor elements to move in to decrease the likelihood of Opfor getting defeated in detail here. Ooh, great quick snipe right there. A grenade throw, that's gonna roll right in. That's gonna give Nem a second. Oh my god, he just got so much with that. Literally knocked the dude back. Did Nem jump? Nem, you fucking jumped, didn't you, you freaking bellend? Why would you jump? So Finn's now doing his best to pick off people from the window. So he just killed a guy, and you have this bandaging going on. Yep. It's taken a few headshots, though, which is quite interesting, but... Nem woke back up from the roof, and he's crawled to the corner. He's staying incredibly low right now. He has his handgun out. And I think the MTLB knows that the body's disappeared, so he's looking now. Yeah, so they're trying to pull back, but that, Vic is in the way. Now you got the other MTLB that's deployed here. Oh, yeah, that PKT is real. And Nem, are you trying to snipe the fucking... Nem, run. Nem, what are you doing? That can't penetrate, you know this. You can only penetrate it from the back. What are you doing now? Come on. Crazy boomer. Looks like Finn got picked off. Yep, there's his body. So overall, I mean, for Scandi, they did a good job eliminating part of Bravo 2, but it's not enough. They went positive in the end. It was 4 deaths to 5, but not really the ratio the defenders want. And that slowdown has allowed for Delta now to push in, to be online with Bravo. And now you're seeing Alpha push in and X-Ray starting to penetrate the perimeter as well. So I think Scandi in the long term has actually done a little more damage than good, because if they let Bravo just constantly move up on their own, they would have hit the defensive line and gotten defeated in detail. Then Delta would have suffered the same fate, and then Blue 4 could have turned their attention against Alpha and X-Ray coming in. So... yeah, I mean, coulda, woulda, shoulda in that sense. It is a bit of wishful thinking, because it's quite possible Delta would have hit the AO at the same time as Alpha. But, you know, it's a tough call. Does everyone just, like, trade a moment of great skill for a moment of utter derpage? Yes. Yes, they do. That is the Arma 3 way of life, I'm sorry to say. Martin trying to pick Holton off. Anderson, he hears the footsteps. Ooh, he could put a suppressor on his gun. Anderson's gonna push him. Gets the headshot. And it looks like so there was one hit on Anderson there, but now he can take the 45-round magazines for his gun. Azuki just fucking tried to hit a dude and got sniped for it. That was adorable. Yeah, SVD, man. Those headshots. Now you got some more shots going down range here. Start to click of his mag. Ooh, someone just got picked off over here. Or did they enter the vehicle? Because I could have sworn I saw a triangle disappear. I guess not. Oh my god. Where did... Gentlemen. I think we have an issue. Could be wrong. Oh, and the MTLB just got AT'd. Engine's still active, but I think the turret's disabled. Morbid, thanks for the Twitch Prime pub. Twitch Prime sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Maz trying to push Humavar here. Good grenade throw. That is going to do some damage. Not a lot, though. Anderson now pushing this location. A grenade is thrown back as Maz now pushes around. Anderson might try vaulting the wall. Hunavar shutting the door to cover his flank. This is the other Opfor suppressed shooter. Maz has to be careful, though. He's trying to wiggle around in territory that is next to more Opfor forces to come in. So he's checking these windows now. Hunavar's done the smart thing. So Maz ran out of ammo there, so he's quickly reloading. A grenade is thrown down. Maz knows the sound. A little worried Hunavar actually hurt himself with that. And there's the headshot. So, I mean, yeah, suppressed AKS is probably going to be better than that SKS. Anderson got into a scuffle over there, but this is Opfor Recon going down. Maz quickly vaulting the wall. I think he took another few hits there. He's lucky to be alive. And you got Nutty Person now returning fire. As Maz pushes, still using that SKS. Interesting call. So let's see, we have Tenderbaner. I think he was climbing the ladder and he got shot maybe by Depso. I doubt Tender will wake back up, but does he have the... Yeah, so he's the marksman. So he's going up there to get really good overwatch, but a little silly to do on your own where the enemy had defensive dibs on that position. So Maz is now counterattacking on his own. Really messy to do this because he's going to be fighting dudes with much more powerful weaponry than he does, such as AKS-74 units. Oh, Maz is dead. Maz, very lucky there. Puma just couldn't get a headshot on him. Maz going for the wide flank. I think Puma's predicting it, though. All right, Morbid, I appreciate it. Hope you keep enjoying everything, man. Seriously. So again, guys, tomorrow we won't be doing any streaming. I'll probably be out for all day for an anime convention, but we will be back Sunday. Another AT round landed over here. I think it was short. I don't know if it was trying to hit Ash or it was short on hitting those MTLBs. But what I'm really worried about is this Alpha squad coming around the rear here. That could really break Blue 4's line. Actually, no, they got a solid defensive line here around the church area. That's why these opening skirmishes are really important for Blue 4 to gather this data. Maz firing some shots on Gordon. I think I see a little bit of blood, but it's not much. Now, the nice thing about being up here is you can hear the ladders if there isn't a lot of noise pollution. And with that SKS, I think he'll have some pretty good overwatching fire here. So Anderson's now going to push that specific location. Now you're having Alpha starting to get into contact here. Garden's good. Greenhouses are good too. Was doing some transferring to them. I'll show you guys next week, because I think by then I'll be able to move my peas into the indoor greenhouse as well, and I'll settle on some other seeds to plant. Otherwise, we have some great grenade throws being here. Maz got super lucky that he was crouched and he was behind one of these air conditioning units. Otherwise, that grenade would have probably gotten him. So Puma being really smart with those grenade throws. Maz is going even higher to avoid those grenades so he can be out of that grenade range. He could be in a position from here to fire down the street and pick people off. So I think he was double tapping that body right there. Gordon's still in that building. Anderson's pulling back. I can't tell what this... Oh, this is the cache. Okay. I thought that was like an explosive satchel turn or something. So Chote's going to find that. They're going to blow up that one area. Bluefoot doesn't have anyone capitalizing on that rooftop over there. That's a shame. Now, Depso is in a very good position if he just looks down. And he uses that grenadier rifle. He could do so much damage. Otherwise, we just saw an explosive thrown in here. I think it was ineffective on taking out the cache, though. Oh, Depso. No, use the grenadier rifle. Use the fucking GLs, dude. Oh my god, that's way too far. Wait, no. There it is. Yeah, right on cake here. Now these guys are being fired on from another angle. Lower. Lower, Depso, lower. You are in a great position to do this, man. Magnum strike. AT hitting. I don't know where that came from. Oh, blue on blue. No, don't do that. A Liru peace stream. As in the plant, not the freaking... whatever. PEA, you freaking... Y'all are jerks. So Puma's trying to get up to Maz's position. Maz is trying to deliver some flanking shots here. But this group is blocked. No, did Depso get taken out? Yeah, he did. Oh, dude, that was risky. He had his hands on the pipe. Looks like Tenderbaner actually woke up and climbed up, but another guy was taken out over here. That's unfortunate. And it looks like they finally found Maz as this group came in and took him out. That's very unfortunate as well. Looking at the roster here, look at all those skulls on Opfor. Blue 4 only having a lot of skulls on X-Ray, which was wiped already. Got some suppressive fire going up there. Really, I think it's because of the defeated detail. Delta's been redeployed to come around here to back Alpha up as they sweep. And now you're having explosives being thrown into the cache room. Oh, that's going to blow it up for sure. That's a satchel. They need to be out of the build. Did two of them just kill themselves? 1 second. Yeah, there goes Bates. And there's another dude. Satchels will blow up the building, kids. I'm sorry to be condescending about that. But yeah. Yeah. Well then. Opfor losing 2 men to something silly. What else is new? RPG's firing into the fire station to try to kill some people inside. So I do appreciate the suppression the MTLB is doing. I think Iander just fell off the roof. Brilliant, Iander. Good job. Ooh, good AT hit on the front there. That caught both the driver and the gunner. Oh, balls. It would not be friendly fire without, well, excuse me, it wouldn't be F and F without friendly fire and unintentional suicides, yeah. Yeah. Fred trying to throw some explosives into this building. He's using charges. I just heard a mine go off. I can't tell if Bridges tripped that or what. Having some suppression go around this MTLB. Arcor has moved up to be super close on it. Wow. More long-range AT going around. Something exploding over here. That building... I don't know. A lot of things are getting exploded here. I think Opfor is slowly losing out on their manpower. Coming up on the 25-minute mark. Still going to be another at least 10, maybe 15 minutes of fighting. Arcor gets caught out of his position, eliminated by suppressive fire from the MTLB, excuse me. kind of watching this unfold. The MTLB, again, is in a bit of an open position. It's doing a good job of trying to suppress where it can, but Blue Force just really capitalizing on these open areas here to lock down Opfor as they push into new positions. So, wow, that suppressive fire finally gets, suppressive fire finally gets Cosmonaut there. We're just waiting to see if Blue 4 has any AT. Though I think Grenadier rounds would do damage against it. I think they noticed Cool Breeze, they thought of backing up. Now they're going to push forward instead. Sanders might get caught in the open here. Sanders pulls out AT. Misses. But another AT shot comes in from... I don't know. I thought that missed. Alright, either way, both MTLBs are down. Blue 4 now starting to send forces around to counterattack. That's Dooley, Bayan, Iander, and Chow. Really hard hitters there. They might run into Opfor platoon at this rate and decapitate command. At this point, I think Blue 4 has too many defenders for Opfor to push through. I'll be covering all 3 rounds of NA tonight and then doing some DayZ. Oh, man. Cool Breeze caught out in the open, just took a headshot there. Yeah, so Blue Force continuing to curve around. Dooley, I thought I saw his thing flash, so he might have taken a shot. Yeah, you got these two Opfor guys now pulling back. Dooley might have noticed their movement there, yep. These guys are rocking AKSs. So Chow's now running down to this gate. Might get a decent flank. These two guys are stuck bandaging. This is a great opportunity to get 2 free kills. This is round 1 of NA tonight. Chow looking over. You might not see them because of the intermittent smoke. He does not see them. Or maybe he was checking around before he made that engagement. Yeah, so they know something's up here because of all the smoke being deployed. But yeah, they honestly can't find them. I think Dooley just put some shots out and got both of them. So Zen's been knocked out. That was a great execution here. Mountain now falling in. Dooley taking rear shots, though, from Shy and Choland. Possibly even Blam coming in. GL fired way high. Then you got Iander corner camping here. He's going to come around and spot Mountain. Mountain doesn't see him yet. Grenade thrown, decent bounce. That's going to force Mountain to push into the building. Iander's going to flank around in that building as well. Still takes some shrapnel damage. Nope, Iander goes high. All right. How's the fight over here going? You got a stampede of Opfor coming around on the coastal side of the town. Trying to bypass as much Blue 4 defense as they can. Second cache is around that church area. You got some pickoffs happening back and forth here. I think Blue 4 starting to realize that Opfor's coming around based off the fire and the smoke grenades. Back over here in CQC town. And they're still covering. Got Choland coming in now. Uh-oh. Iander, you gotta aim for the head, dude. That's what Mountain did, and that's why you're dead. Zen hasn't woken back up yet. I doubt he will wake up. You got Chow now coming over to that building. Bayans is also around that building. He's camping the rooftop. Otherwise, we have this main fight now going. Blue 4 doing a great job lobbing explosives on the street. Opfor, meanwhile, taking defensive lines as they're fighting down the street here against Blue 4 down by the church, covering it. There's some suppressive fire going on. GLs are going way too freaking high. So I will admit, Opfor's been able to get up here because Blue 4 didn't really have any defense from the north and northeast. So we got hit pretty hard there as well. Got to also appreciate these plays like what Nielsen's doing. I would expect the marksman to be up here because this is a great angle for him, but I think he's just trying to walk his squad into where the targets are. He also has a UGL. But at this range, he's got 400 meters of range on that. He's got a way to range find, so That could work. But I do like this strategy. Norris is bandaging someone, in this case, his light machine gunner, so he can continue putting rounds down range as he's healed up by Norris. As you can see, he's been hit quite a bit here. This is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds, and Norris is still going. But yeah, it's quicker to bandage your friend than to bandage yourself. So that strategy is a common one. Otherwise, Dooley and Chow pushed in. I think they've eliminated Opfor ground command. Shy's coming around. He is the 2IC looking around. He's checking the rafters right now. I don't see Bayant, though. He's still on the roof. He's firing GLs at Blam's position. Shy, I think, just took Chow out. Yeah, I don't see Chow up anymore. So he was running out of the building. Bay's now looking around from the rooftop. He's going to start climbing again. Tripwire flare was just popped. I think that was accidental one by Blue4. It's 50-50 if you when you put a mine down if an enemy or a friendly's going to step on it, if it even gets stepped on. But yeah, Opfor, they're being forced to make a push now. And they're utilizing all the smoke they can. When you start seeing colored smoke, it means they're out of white smoke. You're seeing a push from over here as well. Nielsen trying to commit to the push. He gets caught and, wow, is still alive. As his two buddies leave him to dry. One of them got taken out, though. And Nielsen finally goes down as Drake pushes in. Thankfully, got the smoke grenade bounce. Frag goes in. Aussie might go down to it. Yep. Caught in the corner there. And you got Opfor trying to make this push here. Kevin's alive. Sam Hanwich. What? What are you doing? What? Bro, chill. Bro, chill. Wait for my buddy to come here. Bro. Please. When you are shooting your gun and all of a sudden you hear the dreaded click-click sound, that means your gun's out of bullet juice. And you gotta give it some more, which takes a few seconds. That can get you killed. Alright, looking at the remainder forces here. Look at all the blue 4 triangles compared to Opfor. You got one Opfor down here, one down there. You got one on Overwatch, you got 3 there, 2 there, 1 there, and an unconscious symbol there that's been there a while. Wells, though, is he an explosive spec? Nope, he's an auto rifleman. So he won't have enough firepower to take that cash out on his own unless he found an explosive charge or satchel. And now you got Drake, I think, in here who's bandaging a little bit. Oh, that's brilliant. That's actually brilliant. Check your corners! Oh, we're in the middle of a firefight. Better loot this dead body for some ammo. I swear to God. You just shot him with the SVD for good measure. Who the hell checks corners? And then Aussie Wookie blows him away because he was in the building. My God, don't you love this game? Ah, man. So now we're in that lull phase where the attack has pretty much been stopped, and now you only have a few stragglers here and there against a force that's pretty well fortified. So Green Shade's taking multiple headshots from Captain Morgan and Mito with Jane and Sam up there. Just had explosives detonate over here. I think that was just an explosive trap that they were just letting burn at that point. Opfor is down to 2, 4, 6 guys. 7 guys, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is he set as a medic, though? Yeah, I don't think Blam's going to be able to get FK. Excuse me. Oh, he is from FK. Guardian up, essentially. Yeah, guys, that's a little gamey, because you know that this texture is see-through. We've done this too many times. That's really gamey, guys. Come on. Yeah, and it penetrates. Actually, did it? I actually don't see the bullet hole here, but I guess we'll see if Nielsen walks in the room. No, Nielsen's going down the coast. He's going to flank around. That's actually really smart. We'll see if Wells does it. Zavik, thanks for the 17-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Grenades are being thrown. Wells running in the open, got shot at by Artisan, and he flops over like a fish. You got some explosives being thrown into here. I don't know if those were ruins. Okay, they were ruins because it's blacked out. Because we've seen on Chernarus, when these things blow up, they don't leave any ruins. They just disappear. Patriot, wow, with the quick shooting on the SKS, just drops that, man. Lennox with an SVD. Trying to get some additional hits here. RPG round goes up here. It doesn't really score. Now we got Nielsen coming around. Yeah, I mean, you see what I mean back here? Like, the windows don't render for you. Part of the building hasn't... Oh, actually, it's been blown out. Interesting. So that can be destroyed. And Nielsen, that reload was super fucking loud. I think Artisan knows you're over here, because I even heard that from the freaking church. You gotta put a suppressor on your reload mechanism, Nielsen, alright? Otherwise, you get scuffed like that. He just did a quiet reload that time, but I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you can take away the reload sound after you've reloaded that much. Nielsen catches Artisan out of position, but Artisan still wins the fight, and all of a sudden, Nielsen explodes. What? What? Why did he explode? Well, Frisco, I don't make the missions here. I just commentate, but that was, no, that wouldn't be a dead man switch because that was a grenade going off, so I'm really... Did he throw a grenade? Dead man grenade? Yeah, but... how do you do that? Opfor is down to 2 alive. The unconscious guy bled out. We're at the 13-minute mark. Oh, yeah, no, so we've gone hard. I don't think there's any way in hell Opfor can win this one, I am sorry to say. Voltra finding Bay and knocking him out. Just getting double tapped. Perceptive. Smother the sides, Ken, with your pillow so mom doesn't find out. Man got betrayed by his reload. Yeah, right? Ooh. Hey, 5-0, how you doing? Easy 25 headshot to win. Yeah, right? I need to put someone to bed during intermission. All right, we got Ash over here. He's heavily bleeding out. We got Ace kind of walking around trying to check where he might be. This is where the Reformation happened. As you can tell by the fortifications here. Got Morgan running around. Clutcher ban. Clutcher ban, guys? There's no way. Bay woke back up. Vulture's now taking fire from Warwick. Bay's going to aggressively push. I mean, once he smells blood, it's all over. These guys are pinned. Ace is going to come around and sweep them both. There's one. Vulture didn't see the barrel, and Bay slides in for the final kill there, and that's GG. There is no Opfor remaining. Sounds like a skill issue, ladies and gentlemen. That was a 38-minute round with 15 minutes of save start. And there we go. All right, guys, that was round 1. We'll still have rounds 2 and 3 playing in a second. So thank you so much for watching. I was about to do my outro there for some silly reason. I don't know why. My wires are crossed. Oh, well. I know. We got to ban them now. It sucks. But yeah, it was a pretty good round. Pretty good warm-up. Again, I think Mountain just divided his forces too much and just got defeated in detail right there. There's not really any simpler explanation for it, unfortunately.